Hey guys, Rick with Rick's Adventures. I've been gone for a while, but I'm back, and in this video I'm going to show you what Tia and I have been up to over here in Thailand. So stay tuned and enjoy. Hey everybody, Rick with Rick's Adventures. I thought I'd show you what Tia and I have been doing. I've been absent from YouTube for a little while, but that's because we've been really busy since we've got back to Thailand. We are out here on the rice farm, and we are getting ready. Hey guys, we are getting ready to do some major building out here. We're going to be setting up a knockdown house, and then we're converting the hut into a small bar restaurant, and eventually we're going to, back in the rice field, maybe put up a small resort. So I thought you guys might find this interesting, and I would show you around and show you what we're doing. And I'm going to switch over. So I'm going to start out here by the roadside. This is the main road we're on. We're across from the temple. And there's a temple right back over here through these trees you can't see, but you can see the insignia for it right there. And we started out and decided that we were going to, at the road, for the appearance sake, put in concrete 3-rail fence. The cost over here is so cheap. I'll tell you at the end of the video what I'm going to have tied up in all of the prep work for this knockdown house. But here's the fence. You can see back behind here the banana trees. This is the rice field. There's the hut in the distance we'll walk up to. Here's the drive entrance. You can see we've got these really cool old hardwood tree posts here. We've got one more post to go in down here, and there will be a sliding on concrete lock gate. We decided on the front part of the place we were going to do all concrete post. It did have wood post, and hardwood posts hold up pretty good over here, but they're not termite proof. So what we did was we got a group of guys out of the village that agreed to pull down all the wood fence, and the back part of the property, way back there, didn't have fence. So what we did was pull the wood down from the front. We put all the wood fence on the back, reused the post, the barbed wire. They're doing that right now. And as you can see, we're encircling the front. It's going to all be encircled with concrete posts and 4-strand barbed wire. That way we keep cattle out. Now we won't keep dogs out, but I like dogs, so it doesn't matter. You can see we're lined with eucalyptus trees. Eventually, the eucalyptus trees are going to be cut because we can use those for building, and we're going to expand the driveway in width, probably maybe a couple of meters, and then down in there where it will hold a lot of water, we're going to put what are called frogtail trees. They look like a palm tree or coconut tree basically, and we're going to put in some coconut trees. And instead of the eucalyptus, we're afraid if you get bad storms might get into our wiring or something like that. And I like the look of palm trees and coconut trees better. So we're going to go that route. You can see we installed, there's one solar light. There's where the main power comes into the land. We had to install that. The land did not have power. Once we got a Tabian ban and address, we could go to the electric company and get power installed. They came and set that post, and then I had these other posts set with these solar street lights on it. And these things are super bright at night, light up the whole driveway so people can see to get in and out. And I'm going to take you down the driveway here. This is just the rice field. The adjoining farms are owned by Tia's family. Her brother has the farm that's back over this way. A sister owns the rice farm over this way. And we continue on down through. You can see the guys are all out here working. Tia's over there working on the side. She's getting ready to build a koi pond. This is how Thai guys mix concrete here. They literally just do it by hand and buy bags and mix concrete. Everything's done in a much simpler fashion over here. Now we're coming up on the area where we're going to have the house. You can see this is the hut, and this is what we're converting into the restaurant bar. On this end of it, we're extending the deck out considerably. And we're going to have an outside deck. We're going to have an inside deck. It's going to be pretty much an open atmosphere because we like that and it's nice out here of an evening. We're going to have possibly a deck coming out the front on this side. There's Thiya waving at us. You can see the water tower the guys built. They did a super job. We put two 2,000-liter tanks and we put them at that height so we'd have plenty of pressure and we didn't have to worry about it. They will be supplied. We get village water from the road. It runs along the fence row and it comes up, and we'll be installing a pump right down here, and that pump will pump every time the tanks have a float switch on them. Every time the tanks get low, the pump will pump them full, of course, and they will feed down to the house and the restaurant. You can see here the guys are setting up the forms to do concrete work for the knockdown house. These are just some water collectors that you collect rainwater in, and then they've got a valve on them down on the side. We can hook hoses and water gardens and everything with just rainwater. You see the guys are getting all the forms set up. And the knockdown house will set out in this area. Here, there's going to be, you can see these 2 points here. This will extend out about 4 meters because there will be an entryway that's covered. Big, tall entryway. It has steps that go up. There'll be like a deck with a seating area, a roof over it, and it will lead on up into the house. The house will be 2 meters up off the ground, a little over 6 foot up off the ground high. We wanted the house up high. You get cooler breezes at night. And whenever you do that, this entire concrete pad is also living area. So you can come in, and since you don't have that much bad weather out here, you can come in and tile this, and tile is very inexpensive. Get the tile it all, and you not only have your living quarters up above, but you have the living quarters down below. And just an open, like put you some tables, chairs, typical outside Thai kitchen, that type of thing. You can see where they put in the distance way back, the wood post. We've cut this road, as you can see down through here. And here's the pond. Here's one of the guys that's really been working hard out here. This is going to be contained by concrete fence post back around the pond. The back part of the land now we're not going to use at this time. We have made a road down through there for future use. But right now we are probably going to be putting more big solar lights around this pond, and then we are going to get bamboo huts that you can set up all the way around it, so when people come they can either have something to eat or a beer or a whiskey up in the bar, or if they want to, they can come down and sit around in the light of an evening around the pond in a bamboo hut. We're laying all this old nice wood out. It's such a it's all so pretty, you just can't waste this stuff. You can see the guys back there getting ready to put the fence up across this way. The farm goes all the way back to that far back row of trees. You can see all of the water canals that we've dug. Eventually there's going to be huts back there and possibly resort places to stay. So we'll head back up, show you a little bit more. These guys have worked tremendously out here. They've done a really, really good job. This technician over here that's working on the grounds, digging out to put the sewer line that's going to run into the septic tank. Septic systems here are very different than they are in the USA because the ground absorbs so readily. Septic system will be going in this area. He's putting in the 2 pipes that will take gray water and black water into it. I want you guys to see this awesome water tower they built. all steel, heavy wall construction, welded. Every weld joint, they put an anti-rust compound on, so you don't have to worry about a rust problem. Otherwise, everything's galvanized. You can see you got a ladder, safety rail. And the reason you put this roof on, lots of people don't know why, but if you don't, in the summer, it gets so hot in Thailand, without that roof, the water will heat up to where it could be uncomfortable to take a shower with. By the time the sun is bore down on this thing all day long, it's going to sit there and make the water get extremely hot, especially when you think that there's some days in Thailand that might get up to 104, 105, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. And then this is the outdoor privy. It was already on the farm, but we redid it. It runs into its own septic. There's Thiya working on her koi pond. So what we did, this was an old one that was here, but the septic was fine on it. So we're making this just one outdoor restroom for the restaurant. We'll probably add another one in this area. And I've still got it locked up, so I can't show you inside. But we took out the squatty potty, put in a regular throne type toilet. We put in a hot water heater and ran electricity and power to it. So if you want to take a shower and it was cool of an evening, you could have hot water if you needed it. And we'll have a small sink. And you can see we've got water connections outside. And that way we can water. This is going to be made into like a koi pond. You can see how these are set up. When the rice field filled with water, you'll see down there, there's a drain. It drains into here. When the level gets up so high, it drains in to the next section. And if we come over here, take me a second to get there so you can see, but I want you to see it. You can see there how it drains from section 1 to section 2. Section 2 fills up, goes into this overflow. This overflow comes out of that pipe, keeps the pond full. Way across there, there is another overflow pipe. If the pond gets so full, it starts channeling back to those canals that we have dug. When those canals would get full, there is a government canal at the back, and there's a standpipe that goes over into it and drains. So you can always keep the pond full, the property drained. She can turn these into ponds that she wants. For people that come to the restaurant, when they're setting up above, they'll be able to see the ponds with some solar lighting on them and some cool little fish in them, that type of thing. Now I'm going to take you up and give you a bird's eye view of things. These guys work really hard out here. This is where sewer lines will be turned up through the concrete and come over and run into the septic out here. Now I'll give you a view from above here. All of this will be tore off, and I'm going to refabricate, get a welder and weld in a steel like this. You can see a steel subframe, and then we'll reuse wood and repurpose wood and put wood flooring on it. And up here will be the little outside restaurant bar. You can see these really cool seats, all made out of slab wood. There'll be a lot of changes. We'll be taking some of this old bamboo off and that type of thing. We've got some bamboo walls we can put up. We have run all new power in here. See, there's our breaker panel. Guy did an excellent job. Electrical here is a lot different than in the USA, but this guy followed all codes, as you can see, for Thailand. We have all weatherproof boxes. I noticed they don't do a lot of GFIs here, but they do at least have weatherproof boxes. And we put in some LED lighting above and below. And then here's a bird's eye view of what we're doing. Guys working down there getting our forms up. for the concrete. So, as promised, I am going to tell you approximately what we've got in this little project. When all of our fencing is done, we've already got this wire done, building our tower, buying our water pumps, having water tower, concrete slab ready for the knockdown house, new septic system, all fence up, all new steel rolling lock gates. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. We've cleared the land. We paid all the new fence up in the back. The bathroom redone down below that we got done. All of this stuff done, and so far we have a grand total investment of about $5,500 US. So if you can imagine that being the total cost when all of this work's done that I've shown you. Amazing to me how cheap you can do construction here in Thailand, and it's good quality work. I mean, you can see we have beautiful concrete fence. We're getting all of our forms set up. The water tower was done beautiful, all the electric. The electric was probably one of the highest things at about 30,000 baht, which was, about $1,000, $1,100. One thing I do notice was, I can't remember what the steel costs are in the USA, but to get enough rebar for all of this down here was, I want to say, if I remember right, I think it was $600 or $700 US. Yeah, that would be correct, for all the rebar to do this entire pad. And this pad is 11 meters by 12 meters in size, and then out here in the front it'll have a 4x4 meter area. So it's unbelievable, guys. The cost here to construct is just so much cheaper than anything else that I've ever run into back in the States. So that's pretty well it. That's where I've been. That's what we've been doing. That's what we are doing. I'm red-faced because it's hot out today. I've been out walking in the sun, working in a lot, so I'm pretty warm. I'll keep you updated. I'll try to get some more videos up as things progress. I want to make this whole series kind of on what we do and the progress and how it comes out, if you're interested. One other thing, if you've got any good ideas for the little restaurant bar, I came up with mine, the Drunken Monkey. Tia seems to like that, but if you watch the video through to the end, give me a like and subscribe, and then send me your comment if you have some cool names you think of for a little restaurant bar. We're going to try to make it pretty upscale, pretty nice, catchy but fun. Not a bar girl patio bar, but just a really nice place that people can come and drink and have a good time. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This is Rick with Rick's Adventures. I will see you all soon. Take care.